Hi guys, I'm Catch Queen, and today I want to talk to you about the first time I cross-dressed. Now, as I mentioned in the previous video, it's not easy at all to pinpoint the moment when my cross-dressing thing started. As a matter of fact, I can't even remember the first time I went fully cross-dressed with makeup and dresses and everything. It's not easy, especially when you started as early as I did. In kindergarten. I don't actually remember when I started cross-dressing. I can remember quite vividly a few defining moments on my cross-dressing journey. First one of these occurred before kindergarten. Now, an old lady used to babysit me back in those days, and she lived across the street, and she used to take me to her house now and then. Her daughter worked, and when she returned from work, she started changing and undressed, and quite a few times I caught a glimpse of her in her satin underwear and stockings, and I was mesmerized. It wasn't anything sexual or anything of that nature at that time. I just thought that she was extremely cool, and that those clothes were a lot more intriguing and a lot cooler than whatever anybody else wore. So yeah, that I think may have been one of the moments responsible for setting me on my cross-dressing journey. The second such defining cross-dressing moment in my life occurred also in kindergarten, when I got a pair of shiny nylon panties. So they were like shiny nylon. They weren't really spandexy, they were more like those old kind of nylon that wasn't really all that stretchy, with a white lace trim. And I remember I wore the heck out of those panties. I have no idea where my parents got me that. I don't know, it just sort of so happened, I believe. And yeah, I just wore the heck out of that pair of panties, and I loved them. And I can still remember the feeling of having them on. My third such moment occurred in elementary school. Now, in elementary school, if you are a regular viewer of my channel, and or if you know me from other social media, you probably know that I did gymnastics as a kid. That was girls' gymnastics, so rhythmic gymnastics. We wore leotards, and I absolutely insisted on wearing pantyhose with my leotard. And yeah, I kept nagging on my parents to get me a pair, and eventually I got a hand-me-down from a girl cousin, so I was really happy with that. I remember to this day that when I got like 3 or 4 pairs of pantyhose, and I kept putting them on that day, and I was absolutely over the moon with delight. My fourth defining cross-dressing moment happened also in elementary school, when I caught Glow, the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, on television. Now, I don't even think I have to tell you how that turned out to be another major cross-dressing trigger of mine. Back in those days, I was absolutely mesmerized. It blew my mind that people could think of something that cool to do and to create a show of. So yeah, I was absolutely floored. I loved the gorgeous ladies of wrestling, and there was nothing more in the world that I wanted back in those days than to become one of the Glow girls. So yeah, that's the Glow moment. That was number 4, I believe. Alright, number 5. Number 5 occurred in high school. I've always been extremely attracted to shiny nylon lycra leggings. The style back in the 80s, 90s. I was always mesmerized, and I always dreamt about having my own lycra kits to wear around the house, and maybe outdoors as well. And one day I headed out and I bought myself a pair of those short, shiny, black nylon lycra pants that weren't bicycle pants, because they didn't have the padding in the bottom or anything. They were just simple nylon lycra bicycle style shorts. And I got home and I put them on, and I shall never in my life forget that feeling. It was a superbly sensual, slippery, silky feeling as I slipped them on. And I knew at that moment that these shorts have me hooked on spandex and on cross-dressing forever. My 6th defining cross-dressing moment occurred in college. Up to that point in my life, I cross-dressed a lot, but I always sort of role-played. I always pretended to be someone else. I pretended to be one of the ladies, one of the Glow girls. Whenever I got dressed, I wasn't me, I wasn't CQ, I was someone else. And it was in college that I finally got sort of to the point where I reconciled with the idea that I was a cross-dresser. And yeah, from that point on, I didn't role play anymore. Whenever I got dressed as myself. So yeah, that is definitely another defining moment. Do you have such defining cross-dressing moments that you remember fondly or less fondly in your life? I bet you do. And if you do, if you care to share, use the comment section below. Well, guys, that's it for today's video. I really enjoyed talking to you again and creating this video for you. And it may be posted on a different channel, not on mine. So, but wherever you see it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and check me out on my various social media pages, I suppose, various social media accounts. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Flickr, yeah, Instagram, most definitely, Instagram is there. And yeah, that's about it, guys. See you around. Oh, and check out my channel here as well. And subscribe to that too while at it. And if you're interested in crossdressing, you shall probably find it intriguing, even if not interesting. See you around, guys. Hasta luego.